7 weather with meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez.
Good morning, South Florida. We are waking up to mostly clear skies. It looks really nice outside with temperatures in the upper 70s. Currently 78 degrees in Miami, 78 in Fort Lauderdale. Pompano Beach, good morning to you at 79, 76 in Pembroke Pines. We have very calm winds along interior locations along the coast, increasing to 11 miles per hour. And the humidity starting to go down at 71%, and it'll feel pleasant heading into the afternoon. And here's a look at the local storm tracking radar. Mostly dry weather underway, and we are looking at a mostly dry day with a front that will be clearing the area at some point tonight. And with the front nearby, high pressure building in across the southeast, it's going to get breezy to gusty at times between today and tomorrow. And it does look like it will be on the windy side, not only on Friday, but well into the upcoming weekend. Outside of a brief shower, we'll have mainly dry conditions. Now in the tropics, we continue to monitor closely Melissa. It is a tropical storm that is crawling in the Caribbean, and based on the 5 o'clock advisory, nothing has changed. 50-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving west-northwest at 3, located to the south-southeast of Kingston, Jamaica. On the forecast track, official forecast track from the Hurricane Center, Melissa promises to be nearer to Jamaica into the upcoming weekend. And it does look like it will be lifting northward, eventually to the west. Strengthening and significant strengthening is expected this weekend, potentially to a major storm, and by Tuesday with potentially 130-mile-per-hour winds. Your boating forecast here at home calls for a high rip current risk at area beaches. There's an exercise caution for our nearshore waters, and that will get upgraded to an advisory starting at 5 o'clock. Northeast winds today, 10 to 20 knots, occasional gusts up to 25 knots possible. Seas building 3 to 5 feet, up to 6 feet in exposed areas. There's a use caution for the Florida Keys. Seas inside the reef building 2 to 4 feet, 4 to 8 foot seas beyond the reef, and waters will be turning choppy. We're going to get a high tide cycle in Fort Lauderdale at 9:57. 10:26 for you in Miami. Look for highs today between 85, 87 degrees. Tons of sunshine. It's not going to be as humid. Pleasant tonight, mostly clear, just a gusty at times along the coast with your extended outlook calling for near average temperatures, but it will be a windy one through the upcoming weekend. And if you haven't made any weekend plans, the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk happening in both Broward and Miami-Dade Saturday morning. And that's the very latest.
7 weather with meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez.
Good morning, South Florida. Hopefully everyone is off to a great start. We're waking up into the 70s across South Florida with a lower humidity, so it's feeling pleasant. And the winds right now out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. The humidity has gone down to 74%. And here's a look at the local storm tracking radar. Mostly dry weather underway, and we are expecting it to be a quiet day in the radar department. The winds, though, will be on the increase heading into the afternoon and tonight. And we have a front that's on the move, and this one is going to stall nearby with an area of high pressure building in on the back end. So that pressure difference between these two features is what's going to be increasing the wind. And it will be quite windy this weekend with maybe a few speedy showers, but the chance for rain at a minimum. Heading into next week, models have been consistently showing an area of low pressure and a stronger front moving into the central part of the United States. And this one will travel into the East Coast, eventually possibly bringing us some significant changes. But that front will actually be protecting us from Melissa, that is crawling in the Caribbean. It is producing winds of up to 50 miles per hour, moving northwest at about 5 miles per hour. And on the forecast track, it'll inch northward over the next 36 to 48 hours due to a weakness in this area of high pressure. Eventually, high pressure will build in to help it move more toward the west, where it will have the opportunity to become a major storm early next week. Unfortunately, life-threatening flooding possible for portions of Hispaniola and Jamaica through the weekend. Here at home, South Florida, the rip current risk is going up at area beaches. There's an exercise caution that will be upgraded to an advisory heading into the afternoon and evening. There's a use caution in effect for the Florida Keys. Coastal waters here turning choppy. And the next tide cycle will be high tide at 10:26 in Miami. Look for highs today, mid to upper 80s. It's not going to be as humid tonight. Just a few clouds, gusty at times, with your extended outlook calling for windy conditions. A quick shower on the breeze through the weekend. Early next week with that next front, there could be a slight uptick in moisture levels, so a slightly better shower chance starts on Monday. And that's your 7 on 7.